Alright everyone, it's pinball time. Today's table is Black Rose. Oh my goodness, that's so good. I'm already going to like this. Okay. Come on. Black Rose, 1992, was designed by John Trudeau and Brian Eddy, who also worked together on the Williams classic The Machine, Bride of Pinbot. That sounds awesome, actually. I should probably play that one day. This table gives you landlubbers the chance to live the life of a pirate on the high seas. Enter the Pirate's Cove for multi-ball and a chance to find hidden treasure. Spiral your way to an extra ball on the whirlpool ramp and collect torches, gunpowder, and cannonballs to open Davy Jones's locker. Sink ships with the deadly accurate cannon that pops up from the playfield and fires pinballs. 3 interactive video modes test your pirating skills to prove that you're no scallywag. This game is loaded. 3,746 of this classic table were produced. Also, my cat is here. Hello, cat. She apparently likes pinball because she only bothers me when I'm trying to stream pinball.
I'm Black Rose, Queen of the High Seas.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Cat, whoa! That was her knocking over the microphone. Oh no. I'm glad the ball was saved because, whew.
Here she comes.
I can't tell what this thing in the middle is supposed to be. Like, what's that? Oh, that's the cannon. Okay. How do I get to the cannon?
Polly says, "Stop the liquor."
Okay. Oh, there's a paddle up there. I didn't even notice that. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, kitty cat. I didn't realize you were knocking down the microphone. That's why I yelled at you. Hi, yes, hello. I know you want attention. You always want attention when it's most inconvenient for me. That's how it works. Meow. What do you want? Aside from me to pay attention to you because I'm in like the most inconvenient way. Like, you never want attention when I find it convenient. You always want attention when, like, I'm trying to eat. That's her number one time to beg for attention, is when I'm trying to eat. She likes to be like, "Hey, I want attention now." That's the thing I'm doing. Alright, what was that score? 10,163,510. Alright. So this is a good table because you get like a million points pretty easily. I like tables that have big scores, and also this oh no! Maybe it didn't have this table doesn't have a weird ball saving mechanic. Maybe I just really did earn a free ball immediately, and then I died because my cat knocked over my my microphone. What? Oh god. Okay, maybe this table actually sucks.
Give her a shot, mate. Give them our regards, men.
Oh, that was neat.
Shoot for broadside.
Of course, that happened. Hmm. I think she's mad at me. She's giving me a look like she's mad at me. Your fault.
Black Rose, queen of the high seas. You get another chance.
Okay, so why does it randomly save my balls?
Shoot for the ramp. Look alive, matey. Power says, right the lock.
Really? All that time and I've only gotten one ramp?
Swing from the rigging.
Press fire to land on chip for 50 million. Or 500,000. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Shiver me timbers.
I still like that. That's a good soundbite. I don't know what it is about like shitty ultra compressed audio for pinball tables that is so good to me, but it is.
Shiver me timbers. Give 'em a broadside, mate.
Oh, okay.
One better.
Okay, so maybe this table's actually really good. Now that I've sort of learned its eccentricities. Or not. Cows?
Our chance. One letter.
Oh no. Oh no. It's dropping a lot of frames. This is probably unwatchable.
Give 'em a taste of iron, boys. One letter.
God, whoops. Oh, God. Ooh. How many balls do I have? I have 2. That's basic human anatomy, I guess. Haha, testicle jokes. Instant multi-ball. Oh.
We've a treasure to win.
Oh, that went. There went that.
Prepare to return fire.
Aw, just short of being able to get an extra ball, but did make score number 4. Oh. Which is the lie, because it's actually score number 5. Why am I dropping so many frames? It shouldn't be... Like, why is my internet so bad lately?
Aboard, matey. Now's your chance. You get another chance. Give them our regards, men. One letter.
Wow, okay.
Shoot for broadside. Shiver me timbers.
Whirlpool! I liked it better when I was getting millions of points just for accidentally keep going into the cannon.
Coming back at ya, matey.
Oh, why are there cows fighting? What is this game with in cows? I don't get it. Poor Treddy. I don't get. Okay. I got nearly 15 million. Oh, over 15 million. My first ball. You fight like a cow. I mean, not inaccurate.
Let your aim be true.
Oh. Hit flashing shots for video mode. Ready to. What? Oh. Well, that was a much shorter-lived ball. 15 million points. Whoa. Knife throw, level 1. Press fire to hit the barrel with light. A light jackpot. Parrot throws better. I wonder if in the options there's an option to reverse which way tilt goes. Walk the plank.
Swim, ya Bill Drac.
Ah, I've never been good at button mashing. Oh, here we go. Oh, and there it goes. Oh, and there it goes. Well. I am consistently, like, dropping frames. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's making me really worried that this is like a choppy mess. Is this a choppy mess?
Queen of the high seas.
It's fine. Why is it telling me it's dropping frames then? Or is it that this game only runs at 30 FPS, so it's just a couple drop? It's telling me it's dropping like 59% of all of the frames. It's really weird. Not sure what could be causing the problems. Okay. Well, as long as it's fine, then I don't care. It's just apparently OBS is lying to me.
Give 'em a taste of iron, boys.
Shot missed. Oh no, instant reload. Oh, walk the plank.
Swim, ya Bill Drac.
Hey, I did it! Oh. That hurt my arm. I don't like button mashing. I'm bad at it, and I have to tense up my arm, and like, I don't know how people do it. Shoot again. But yeah, I wonder if there's an option in the game to reverse which way you tilt when you decide to tilt. Because I always end up tilting the wrong way because of because like, oh, I want the ball to go left, so I just shake it left. But no, shaking it left makes it go right. So I'm wondering if there's a way to reverse that. I really should look into the options next time I die. See if I can do that. Oh, yep, there we go. Kind of wasted my extra ball there, but... Oh, well, it didn't matter. Oh no, guys, I didn't get to play again for free. Table menu. Help and options. Controls. Now you're noticing. It's fucking weird. Yeah, it's like consistent 59%. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oop, nope.
Come aboard, matey.
Too bad it's not 69%. Yeah. But like, if it's watchable, then you said it's watchable, right? And it's not showing up in the recording. So, I guess I just keep going? It could be because this is really just a test for definitely watchable. Okay. It's confusing. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it, but it's not going to show up in the recording, and it's not going to show up, it's not showing up in the recording, and the stream is watchable. That's fine. This is a fine thing. It's confusing, yeah. I don't get it. I'm talking too much about the frame rate. Everybody who's watching this on YouTube does not care. It's fine and alright. Okay, I'm gonna stop worrying about it now. My cat's still in here. I think she's protesting the fact that I'm not paying attention to her by just sitting there silently and being like, well, I'll fucking show him. Piece of shit doesn't want to pay attention to me? I'll just be super passive aggressive about it, like a cat. Oh, I had a light bulb moment earlier today. I put it on Twitter, but for people who probably didn't see this tweet, I realized they call it, aside from the fact that there are multiple aliens in the game or in the movie, the reason they call it aliens and not Alien 2 is because the S sort of looks like a backwards 2. It looks like a backwards 2. It's like, how the fuck did I not notice this? How is this movie as old, if not older than I am, and I have never noticed this? Oh, I got the jackpot. Nice. 8 million? Oh boy. I'm actually excited about that.
The whim ya build, Drax.
Oh, ow, my arm. Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's fucking insane. It looks like a backwards 2. That's why it's not called Alien 2. And that's why the next one's called Alien 3, because they couldn't do that again. Also, don't watch Alien 3, it's really boring. Compared to Alien and Aliens, Alien 3 is just really boring. It's just basically a retread of Alien 1, but worse. Because they have all this lore that they've established about everything, and it's not new and exciting anymore. Like, I applaud them for doing something completely new in Aliens. The way I mash, yes. The way I have to mash in order for that to work. So that way I don't fucking die and eat it. My arm does hurt.
Look smart with those
Oh.
cannons, boy.
Hit flashing lights for video mode. Oh. Okay.
One letter. Swing from the rigging.
The Hollywood way to milk a franchise dry. Yeah. I'm gonna be perfectly honest though. I'm interested in watching the new one. It looks good. It looks like it's doing the horror thing, but also a mix of the action thing inside of it. And I don't know. Looks alright, except for that one really weird scene in the trailers where the alien's just mashing its head against the ship in an effort to break into it. That looks weird. That looks weird and bad, but aside from that...
Come aboard, matey.
So, yeah, I'll probably end up seeing that, maybe this weekend. Maybe I'll go see it this weekend, because it comes out on Friday, right? Like, I wasn't planning on seeing another movie until, God, Spider-Man, but I don't know, Alien kind of captured my interest. Yeah, if I have fun, no matter, like, I've gone to see plenty of bad movies for fun. Okay, here I go again.
Swim, ya Bill Drat.
Yes! Oh! Oh, God. The extra ball is worth just murdering my finger. I don't know about the 1,000,000 points, but man, it's just extra ball is worth it, because an extra ball is potential to earn way more than 1,000,000 points. Potential, mind you, because sometimes that doesn't happen. Feel the hate. Feel the hate. Feel the hate. Feel the hate. Shut up, Hades. Oh, God. I hope the sound design on Kingdom Hearts 3 is a little better than it was in Kingdom Hearts 2, because there was a lot of repeating lines in Kingdom Hearts 2. For instance, feel the heat and get up on the Hydra's back. Like, those are the two famous ones. Like, the Sword of Donald Goofy thing is just a weird translation thing, but those get up on the Hydra's back and feel the heat is just like the biggest, weirdest things of sound design I can think of in that game, where it's just like they just keep repeating those lines for no reason. Also, I did a Sword of Donald Goofy thing for I did a Sword of Donald Goofy counter for my streams of Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it ended up being at like 30 something, which is actually lower than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be like 50 something with as long as that game is, and how much people rag on the Sword of Donald Goofy thing. Oh man, 3-ball multi-ball. Oh shit. Oh no. Well, I lost it immediately. Oh God, I lost it immediately. But Kingdom Hearts 2 instant multi-ball. Oh. Okay.
We've got treasure to win.
Anyway, oh. I ended up playing, I liked Kingdom Hearts 2 a little bit. Like, it was definitely better than what I remembered it being, because, replay. Huh? Okay. I guess it's just one of those random, anyway, it was definitely better than I remember it. And, oh man, I missed beating my high score by like 100,000. That sucks. Ah! That's a kick in the balls. It was better than what I remember it being, but it was like not as good as I'm fairly certain teenage me thought it was. How old was I when that game came out? I might have actually been kind of jaded by that point, so who knows? I remember liking the first one a lot, and then upon replay, I was like, wow, this game kind of sucks, actually. For the first Kingdom Hearts game, not very good. Second one's all surprisingly alright. I mean, the stories are all garbage. That's a given. That's a given. It's Kingdom Hearts, it's Square.
Give her a shot, mate. Here's our chance. One better.
Anyway, and then I played a bit of Birth by Sleep, which is the only other Kingdom Hearts game I've played. I never played any of this. No, I played Chain of Memories. I did play Chain of Memories, so I can't say that's the only spin-off one that I've played. But I did play Chain of Memories. But Birth by Sleep was shaping up to be much better than Chain of Memories, but I never did beat it. Mostly because I beat one character. I beat the big stupid guy who's like mostly strength focused. I beat his story, and then I was like, okay, that was cool. I'll get to the girl's story next, and I never touched it again. I don't know if it was because it was the PSP game or what, but I've been meaning to stream it again. It's just that I kind of like seeing Julia's reactions when stupid stuff happens in Kingdom Hearts games, so I don't want to stream it without her, and she is extremely busy, and she goes to sleep early because she has to work at early job, and so it just hasn't happened yet. Birth by Sleep. That was the one that started out on PSP and then got a PS3 port and then immediately got a PS4 port in 2.8, which is not 2.8. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix and 2.5 Final Mix is the PS4 version, and it's like the anyway, like Aqua is actually the best character. You missed out. I don't know. I don't usually like playing mages in my games, and Aqua seemed like she was a mage type deal going on. I much prefer playing like sneaky types, but there's no real sneaky types in Kingdom Hearts games. So the next best thing I liked playing is it's the multi-ball. The next best thing I like playing is actually big tanks after mages. I've only played a mage a couple of times, and I don't know, I've never been particularly good as a mage. That's my problem, is that I just do not know how to work spells. Especially in a game like Dungeons and Dragons, where it's like I always chose like the damaging spells, and everybody's like, no, the damaging spells suck. You want to go for like sleep and color spray, and it's like, but fireball, magic missile, and apparently those are the like worst spells. It's like, yeah, like sending a bunch of people to sleep is instantly cool, but it's not as impressive as like throwing a giant fireball into a room and killing like 12 four-armed monkeys That happened once. We were in some sort of dungeon, and for some reason there were a bunch of gajillions in a room. We opened the door, we saw them, and the party just looked at me. And I just threw a fireball in there and killed most of them. Folks who tell you how to build for PnP are boring. Pretty much. Let me play my character the way I want to play my character. Oh, that's how you get the high scores. But yeah, I like playing sneaky characters. Or I just like playing rogues in general because rogues have a lot of versatility in Dungeons and Dragons. And like I don't even like playing Dungeons and Dragons a lot anymore. But as a result for liking how rogues play, that's basically all I play in a lot of games these days is big sneaky characters. It's like small sneaky characters who have a lot of versatility to them. Oh! Thanks, Polly! So yeah, I like playing rogues, and then after that I like playing tanks, because tanks were like the first character type I played, because I was recommended that was like an easy way to start, and like in Dungeons and Dragons was just like play the fighter. They're the easiest way to learn how the game works, and then once you learn how the game works, you probably go into like more advanced stuff like mages or rogues, and that's exactly what happened. I played big old tank. Like my starting AC was ridiculously high, and then we started and then once that character was done, I rolled a rogue just because it was still a martial class, but I didn't like how restricted that I didn't like how restricted fighters were in terms of what they could do. Like they were really good in fights, but outside of a combat situation, I was kind of useless. What's it for? Only for 500,000. Whatever. I'm not gonna try very hard. Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna murder my hand for 500,000 points. But yeah, I didn't like how little of use fighters were outside of combat. So I instead started looking at the classes, and I was like, oh, rogues seem relatively easy to learn, and also they have a lot more use outside combat. And so I just yeah, combat is only so fun, which is why I'm interested in playing Fate, because Fate seems like really really more about creating a good story about the characters than having interesting combat. And I put interesting in big quotes because combat in a lot of things in Dungeons and Dragons takes like an hour or a group of goblins. Hope you like rolling for initiative. Hope you like rolling to see if you hit. Oh, you're level 1? Well, you probably didn't hit because you have garbage for options, and garbage for stats, and garbage for everything. And you're not It's not happening. It's just not happening. You're not hitting anything at level 1. On the plus side, neither are the enemies, which is why combat takes an hour, because nothing is hitting anything. So that's why I want to play Fate, because Fate seems more about, well, you failed the roll, but story dictates that something cool still happens, which is why I like a lot of the Powered by the Apocalypse stuff, because like stuff like Dungeon World and especially Dungeon World, you fail forward, meaning yeah, you still failed, but something interesting still happens regardless of your failure. Plus, that's the easiest way to gain experience points in Dungeon World is the whole is basically failing is the easiest way to get experience points, because if you don't fail, then the only time you're going to get experience points is at the very end when you're answering the questions, if you like followed your alignment and stuff. And I mean, sometimes you don't even get an opportunity to answer yes to any of those questions. Like, you're not ever given an opportunity, especially if it's, I don't know. Oh yeah, Fellowship is really fun. Fellowship, I backed the hell out of Fellowship. In fact, I one of those Destiny backer Destinies. That's one of those is mine. It's the one where basically you're so famous that everybody has already heard of you and they're willing to join your crusade for free. There's like, it's like, if I remember correctly, one of the abilities is like when you enter, you have the ability to, when you enter a community, you basically have the ability to say, no, they have a fellowship with us because I'm so famous that they're like, oh man, you're so cool. Like, you get to do that like once ever. There's a couple other cool things involving that Destiny, which I really liked, that Gnome came up with. Basically, I gave him the basic idea of, hey, you're just super famous, and the one thing that I said was just like instantly gain a fellowship with the community that you don't have it with yet, just by entering it and being super famous and super cool. But I also backed the hell out of Panic at the Dojo, which is, I don't think it's out. I don't think it's out yet. Panic at the Dojo.
Give them our regards, men. One letter, video mode.
Right now, I'm kind of in a game that's a fellowship that's,
A bullseye.
ooh, that's on hold a little bit. We've only done like 2 sessions, but I really want to continue it. And my overlord, because I'm running it, is a giant sentient storm. It's not like a humanoid thing. It's just literally a storm that absorbs so much ambient magic that it gains sentience, and as a result, it just thinks like a storm does. This place is filled with monkeys and little pink things, and like, humanoids are weird. Why can't this be a a place for elementals to hang out.
Give 'em a taste of iron, boys. One letter. All it does, big points.
So that's my Overlord's goal, is to basically corrupt the world so much that it becomes a paradise for elementals, as opposed to a place where humans and orcs and stuff can live. One of my players is actually playing with the Remnant, which is the new class, and she's using the Blood Revenant, so she's definitely not a vampire. No, she's completely normal. Don't even suggest otherwise. Overlord in that campaign was the interstellar fashion designer. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds really like a really fun concept, actually.
Come aboard.
But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is I like simple mechanics in my games, which is why I think, even though it's still kind of garbage, if somebody absolutely wants to play Dungeons and Dragons, I try to convince them to play 4th edition, because 4th edition is the best edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and I will fight anybody who says otherwise, because it's good. It's just good. It's good game design. The simplicity is really nice. The fact that you can actually keep track of your powers is a plus.
A bullseye.
And I feel like 5th edition, in addition to being designed by really awful people, is just a major step back towards what Dungeons and Dragons should be. Because like it's supposed to be this shining example of what RPGs are supposed to be, and it's just bad. It's so bad. Every edition of Dungeons and Dragons is crap, but 4th edition manages to escape the crap factor by quite a bit and gets into the realm of actually playable. And like a lot of people complained that the book doesn't like teach you how to roleplay and stuff, but I'm sorry, if you need a book to teach you how to roleplay, you have a shitty DM.
Swing from the rigging.
That's all I have to say. Is that you do not need a book to teach you how to roleplay, and that the books should specifically be there to facilitate how the rules work, and not how the role playing should work. So people who complain that 4th edition is bad because the books don't tell you how to roleplay are factually wrong and criminals.
Swim, ya bilge rat.
I agree with the fact that if I want to play 3.5, I'd just play Pathfinder. But the problem is Pathfinder still has a lot of the problems that 3.5 has. It's just slightly lessened. Not even to the point where it's like... Pathfinder is almost playable. I'll put it that way. It is almost playable. It just isn't playable yet. And I don't know, like they're sort of living in this nostalgic era where like it's 1999 or 2000 or whatever when Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 came out, or 3 came out, they're like, yeah, this is the best edition ever. But people who think that 3rd edition is the best edition of Dungeons and Dragons have a really stilted view on Dungeons and Dragons, I've found. Like yeah, Dungeons 3.5 made a lot of improvements over base, like over 1 and 2E. Excuse me. But yeah, it made a lot of improvements over 1 and 2E. But I don't know, I think part of the problem is rules bloat. I think once a game starts having like after the core edition, like after a couple books, things just start getting bonkers crazy. Because why would you play any of the fuck is with this game and cows? Anyway, why would you play any of the core classes when they've all been made obsolete due to power bloat? And like, why would you play the wizard when you could just play this thing that is the wizard, but slightly worse at casting magic, but better at literally everything else? Why would you play the fighter when you could play this thing that is just the fighter, but better? Why would you play the rogue when you could just play this thing that is the rogue, but better? And that's my problem with a lot of Pathfinder stuff, was that, yeah, originally when they were coming out with new classes, they were balanced towards to the core classes, but then power bloat still inevitably sunk in. And so they're like, well, why would we play as the sorcerer when we could just be this thing that is the sorcerer, but it also can use swords, which is really good for a sorcerer to have. That's a good ability for a sorcerer to have, because you'll eventually run out of magic at lower levels, and then at higher levels you can infuse the magic into your sword and like cast disintegrate from your sword and also do the sword's damage while also doing disintegrate. Just a thought. Why would you ever play a sorcerer when you could just play a sorcerer who casts his spells through his sword, and the spells also have the same fucking crit range as your weapon, so you can just get improved critical Falchion, have a crit range of 16 to 20, and have your ranged touch spells have a crit range of 16 to 20. Yep, all mage's spells do touch damage. It's ridiculous because touch AC is the easiest thing to hit in the world, especially when you have a good base attack bonus. Basically, at a high enough level, a magus is always, always, always hitting something unless they roll a natural 1.
Swim, ya Bill Drax!
But yeah, Magus is repeatedly like the best class in the game because it can do everything a sorcerer can do, but with a limit. It's like the only disadvantages it has is just like a limited spell set. Which, oh no, you still get access to some of the best touch spells in the game, which like, oh dear.
Now send them to Davy Jones.
Anyway, I'll play one more. 'Cause I don't think I've been playing for an hour. I've been streaming for an hour, but I haven't been playing for an hour, like this table. So by the time I'm done doing this and complaining about Dungeons and Dragons editions and power bloat, then I should be done. But yes, good games. Dungeon World, Fellowship, those are good. 13th Age, as far as I know, has not expanded from its core classes yet, so I don't think it's suffering from power bloat yet.
Give her a shot, mate.
Jump for diplomacy. That's a good story. I've never heard that one before. My favorite Dungeons and Dragons story is the guy who rolled a bear rogue and maxed out his bluff skill, bluff and disguise, so that way people would think that he's just a human, and then he was at a party after an adventure, and somebody finally rolled better than his bluff and disguise, and he's like, "Oh my god, he's not a person at all. He's just a bear." And they thought he was crazy. It was Chicken Boo, but Dungeons and Dragons and a bear. And that's the kind of min-maxing I support, is when you do stupid shit with it like that with it. But yes, that's it. I'm done with pinball. Maybe I can watch a different stream that somebody potentially ruined just by being there. I don't want to say who or what, but I believe I made my my intentions clear on Twitter. All right, bye everybody.